Good morning. I was sitting here and I was busy trying to pull my hair up without a brush because I didn't do that this morning. And my hair tie broke, so I had to go get another one. I was like, I should have done this before. And then I didn't. So we're doing it without a brush. And this is attempt number 2. And hopefully this hair tie doesn't break, but I did grab a backup. This is why I always carry 5. 5 is so many. That probably looks horrendous, but it's fine. At least it won't get in the paint. 1 is enough. I like to do braids when I'm biking. Did I get all the stuff off my neck? Yeah. Because then it's not just like a mess all over my back. Sometimes I just do like 1 braid, but sometimes I'll do 2 and do pigtail braids. But I've found that anything under the helmet is too, it makes the helmet too loose on my head and I don't feel safe doing that. All right. Do I have all the loose pieces? Yeah, sometimes I forget like a tiny piece and have to redo it. 3 on my left wrist for fashion, 2 on my right to match my outfit. I want to get, at some point, one of those metal things, the bracelets that hold a hair tie in them. I think that would be better. Radiator, wait, that's a thing? Yeah, I've seen them. But I'm a little particular about metal with, I don't want to like get my skin to turn green. I feel like I need to find like a nice one. So I have to clean the palette off of all this purple. I suppose I could put this in mod chat. I did Photoshop this to see what background purple I needed to use and looked at some. And I showed it to the person whose this is, and they were like, I like all the ones you like. I didn't even tell him which ones I liked best. He's like, well, what do you think? And I was like, I like these ones. And he said, all right, I was hoping that it would narrow it down for which ones I liked, and they were all the same. And then I showed it to Steven, who was like, yeah, I like this one best. And it was one of the ones. So that's what we're going to aim to go with here. But then I remembered, I have Interference Violet, which is a glittery purple that will make anything have a glitter sheen to it, like a purple glitter sheen to it. It's a shifting color, but it doesn't shift between anything except purple and nothing. So, that's going to be in the background color. So let me put this in mod chat. I don't want the chair to fall backwards on me. I have to go save it from my email or text message, I suppose, because it was on my desktop. Let's see, photos. Steven, resident purple expert. I do trust Steven's opinion on art. Because what I did is I believe there's 7 or 8 versions of this I photoshopped to look at. I just like took a photo of it and then I like cut it out in Photoshop. And then I tried it in white and black and then a variety of purples in between. Are we not loading this, please? Oh, come on. Do I need to scroll up in my text messages to it, Photoshop? Or, iMessage? Why are you being a jerk? Please download for me. Alright, well, let's go back in my text messages to a week ago. There we go. Download. There we go. Now I can save photo, mod chat, did it go? Lately I feel like it's not been going and I send it twice. Watch it go 3 times. I love when it works so good. So good. There we go. Now I think it went. Phone just wants to sleep. Do not disturb. So I know I've said it before because I'm sure I have. My bike's shifting is electronic shifting. And last weekend, my ride on Saturday was really cold and it was not wanting to shift. It was all delayed. There. Those are all the purples I tried. And I liked black, dark purple, and then this lightest purple. And I decided to go with this one because that's the one Steven said looked best. So I'm going to try and make that purple, but make it glitter shifting. Vagabond, dark purple for sure. Yeah. Now the problem is this dark purple, and this dark purple. These two look different enough next to each other, but I have to make my background dark purple different enough. And I'm hoping the glitter does some of that, especially when it catches the light where that is. So we're gonna try. Because if I put this, I think this is pure, this purple. One might be this, and one might be that, and one might be that. So I think I need to make it just a smidge lighter than this, and the glitter, and that'll be our background color. That's the plan. And then when I sat down, not only did I have to pull my hair back, but this tube was basically empty, and this is my Dogzine purple. So then I had to go get my backup tube. That was like, oh, need some of that. We have a subscription from Alexandras. Alexandras, yes. Sorry, there's a lot of X's on that. I had to double check. We also have 12 months from Rock. Good morning, Rock. Thank you for hitting 12 months. And then we have 18 months from Fire Goddess. Thank you all for resubbing this morning. It is Friday morning. Oh, this is difficult. You can't squeeze the paint. Very good. These metal tubes are great for some reasons, and then other reasons they're not as great. Backup purple. That might be too much purple. I might have wasted a little bit. Maybe. We may have to do a couple coats on this. All right, there's the purple. We need a little bit of titanium white, I think, because alone it looks like black. It's very dark. And then we need this purple. So you can see maybe in the center of the tube, it's kind of like milky looking, but it dries really clear. Maybe a slight yellow sheen to it. so first I'm gonna start by taking my purple, almost all of it. Just gonna leave a little bit in case I need to darken it up again. A little bit of the titanium white. Cold, windy, and I started PT. Aw. And I was sitting downstairs having my coffee. It was just starting to rain. And it's like 40-ish. Oh, it's getting up there. It's getting a little higher. And I was like, is that snow? It kind of looked like snow coming down. I think a little bit lighter. It's a really pretty purple. It's just, I think it's just a little bit too dark compared to those purples that are already there. And like, I can adjust those after I do the background, because remember last week how I was adjusting things? I was like, oh, this one's too brown, this one's too similar, this one's too green. This one is too blue, I think. And there's a little bit of it right here as well that's too blue. And then this one up here is a little blue. But this one stands out the most to me, is not purple. Okay, and the glitter I'm adding into this is gonna also lighten it. All right, this feels good. Now we're gonna just basically take all this purple and mix it in. The glitter purple, that is. Oh yeah, that made it way lighter. Which is why I left a little bit of extra purple on the palette to mix it back in. Also, I don't know if that was enough. I don't think it's glittery enough. Do I see it, or is that just the shine of the wetness of the paint? I catch it in some lights. I think I need more. More glitter. We have a 32-month resub from Noah. Good morning, Noah. I suppose I could also find a good brush. Where's a decent brush for this? This brush. I've had this paint for a long time. I think I bought this in 2020 when that art company that was in Myrtle Beach went out of business. So I've never used it in anything. So I don't mind too much that I'm using it in this painting so much, or using so much of it. All right, you can kind of see where it's wet. Now let's turn it. Catch the purple. Can we catch the purple in the lights? Not really in this light. Let's see. No, you can't catch the purple shimmer at all. There's a purple shimmer, I promise. Can we see it when it's light here? Not mixed in all the way, maybe? Yeah, that's really lightened this up. All right, I think I'm going to paint with it, and then I can always do a second coat because, like I said, the interference color has a lot of transparency in it. That's why you can see those black lines at the top right here. So it's made it a lot more transparent. So I may need to do multiple coats anyway, so if I do one and I'm like, ah, this is too light or it needs more shimmer, I can always do a second coat and change that. So I think I want to start by outlining everything so I can paint carefully around it and then kind of just do general fill in. All right, I'm gonna scrape this into a better pile though, so it doesn't dry out. I also thought about leaving a ring around all of this of white. Another consideration I had. I'm just gonna try and feather that out from there. And I thought I could always add in a like white layer around it if I wanted, like an outline. It's like I can do that later if I need to. Probably should have done over here first so it wasn't wet where my hand is going. I also did some research on sealing this for outdoor use. And from what I can tell, using my regular varnish and isolation coat will do just fine. Because apparently MSA varnish is rated for outdoors in murals. And this is definitely going to require at least 2 coats because I'm seeing a lot of my brush marks where things overlap. All right, there's that outline. Now I gotta do the other one. I think it'll look good when it's all done. Right now it's just like this thin layer and looks just super messy. Okay, there's all of that purple. Now I can fill in the rest of it. That is showing every brush mark. Yeah, it's gonna be a few coats. Let me do a zoom. I think you can kind of see, like right here, there's a brush mark. Well, let's start by doing one layer, and then we'll do another one and hope it kind of goes away. I'm also trying to get the edges. Okay, there's one layer. Let's find some plastic to cover my paints. Give that a minute to dry and we'll do another coat and hope it kind of evens out. I don't want to start adjusting any of like the actual painting's colors yet. this one is feeling, the frame of this one is feeling very close to it, and so is this one. And then the blue I want to change. So I don't want to adjust anything yet because another coat's going to make this darker. I kind of think it needs more shiny too. I can also do a layer of just shiny afterwards if I wanted. Also, it looks way more pink on my palette than it does on the actual Mudflap, and I think that's because of the shimmer is more of a pinkish violet. I mean, it's there a little bit, the metallic. I think I just need to do a wash of it after. Like once I'm happy with how many coats are on this and how dark it is, we'll do just that. But like I was saying, I did some research on sealing things for outdoors with golden, and they're like, do an isolation coat and MSA varnish, which is what I do for paintings. I'll probably do a couple layers of varnish, which I normally don't do for canvases because those are indoors. Alright, all that's clean. We'll give this another few minutes because it's a little shiny and it's not just the shimmer. Does everyone have their holiday shopping done? I need to remind a few of my family members I still don't have any list for the person I asked them to give me a list for. Also, there's a lot of loose hair because I pulled my hair back in here without a brush. That's a loaded question. Noah, you're not done? You don't just get Eagles merch for everyone? Sorry, I had to poke fun at that. My Spy Moose says, I have about half done. Wow says, nope. No ideas what to get. Aggregated molecules. Panic. Nope. Not really shopping for holiday. I have, but I guess. Couple things. First time I have to shop for a partner. What do you think I have time to shop? Okay, fair. I have stuff to give out at MagFest. Ordered things, I just need them shipped so I can wrap them. Most of my gifts, honestly, are for my niece. Cause like, is she cute? Oh, my hood is tucked into my shirt. No wonder this felt weird today. I had two things for Steven. One of them, I don't know if I will have. You may just have to be told what it is, and then it arrives. The other one, I need to sneakily get out of the house and go buy it. It's a donut, you can tell him. I did bring him donuts back last Sunday. I almost brought him back pretzels because I was over by the pretzel store that he really loves. I have to get stuff for my dad and Rhonda. That's the last people I have to get stuff for, and then that thing for Steven. Maybe Monday I'll go do those things, or Wednesday. Do it when he's playing Hades. Good point. Oh, I am going out Sunday. I'm doing a little exchange with someone. They had homemade vanilla extract, and we're doing a little gift trade with the salts and sugars and the vanilla extract. And they do homemade pottery, and they were like, which one of these would you like? And they gave me options. So I'm going to get a little lemon container. And from the photo, it looks about this size. And it's white with little lemons all over it that she glazed on it. I do it at 8 p.m. tonight. Okay. You can tell us what it is. We can keep a secret. Nah, because sometimes he has the stream pulled up when he's in the other room. Still a little bit tacky. Steven, we know you're watching. Steven, go change the air filters. I do know he's awake because there was a text message to the group chat with his parents. It doesn't say he's in chat. That doesn't mean anything. Techie, I think it looks great. Sticky. It's mostly dry. Down here is a little sticky yet. I'm gonna give it another second because sometimes... Oh, there's too much paint right there. I should have blended that better. It'll pick up the layer underneath. Alright, can I shave this down a little bit? Let's get the fresh blade. I'm not actually shaving it, I'm using the blade to push upwards and not where the cutting surface is to smooth it. That worked pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was. Remember, he's logged in as Chaz downstairs. Is he? I don't think Chaz knows that. Alright, now that I have all of this painted to the edges of the design, I can grab a brush like this, maybe this one? And I don't have to be as careful. I wish I had a new brush, because this one's brand new, but bigger. I like this one. This one's softer. I'll put new brush back. I'm the one who logged in on it. Ah. Just charge a little bit of water on this so it flows better. And we'll give this coat number 2. Try and dig out all the paint under this hole so it doesn't leave a weird bump on the inside. This is probably the hardest part of this to paint. Right where these complicated shapes are. These parts, that's probably the hardest part to get all of that nice. Okay, we're getting there. It's looking better with another coat. This song is way too repetitive. All right, the shimmer is a little hard to work with sometimes when you get it in the right light and you're trying to see a line. We're getting so many lyrics this morning. All right, that's layer 2. Good things I didn't want to cry right now. Yeah. All right, how do I feel about layer 2? Better. There's still some spots where it's not like a solid color, it's streaky. We don't want that. Just in case I ever need to make that purple again for whatever reason. Trying to photograph the purple shimmer, and it's not doing great. Oh well. Okay, we'll give this another minute, because up here is dry, but I had done like this, and then I rotated around here and came up, so I could blend this part into the dry part up here. We could play Prince's Purple Rain. There was a forum that I used to be part of that had a color scheme called Purple Pain. I did not use that color scheme. It was a lot. Oh, I have isolation coat here. We can continue talking about that. So I started using premix isolation coat, because you're supposed to mix it ahead of time so that bubbles can like come to the surface and pop, so you don't have a speckled surface. It helps it get a bit more clear. So I kept forgetting to do that. Plus, you're supposed to be using distilled water when you mix an isolation coat, and I didn't ever want to carry distilled water. It's like, I don't want to have this. So I started buying premix, and you just paint this on. So it's just a little glossy barrier and clear. So I do this on paintings, is I'll paint this, and then I'll do the varnish on top. And I don't have any of the varnish here because that is flammable, and I have that in my firebox, my yellow flammable cabinet. I keep that in there. And so then once the isolation coat has set and cured, then I'll get the varnish out and mix up the varnish. And then I'll varnish this with that. And I like to do a few at once. I at least have one other thing I can varnish right now. So that's good, because the bike painting is varnished. I need to get Dan the file for the Obscura piece I painted. I think I varnished that, so I think that's ready to go straight up on eBay. But the piece I was playing around with where it was all the white dots on the black painting, and then I put the color on top in washes, that I need to varnish. So I can do that when I do this. I also didn't do the thing I was supposed to do and sketch out my tracer for the other Mudflap. I don't know if you can see my pencil line. It's just the outline of that. I didn't know how far I would get today, and then I kind of forgot to get that done before stream. Because last night I made date night dinner and it took forever. So I didn't get anywhere near where I wanted to get done with things yesterday. Jetchet says when your dad does a fire protection, you learn many things are flammable and how quickly they burn. Yeah. Yeah, there are things in oil painting especially that can just combust. Which is one of the reasons I'm not an oil painter. But MSA varnish is one of those things. Or the thinner, one part of it is. Almost dry. How was Wizard of Oz? Excellent. I love that film. It's always had a soft spot in my heart. And I still cry every time that they step from inside the farmhouse into Oz and it switches to Technicolor. Still cry every time. It's still magic. It's like 1939 movie magic. Remarkable. It is. Steven will talk about it maybe tonight. He did write his letterboxd review of it, so that's up. And then I pulled a few scenes from Wicked and was like, wait, watch this. This is what Wicked is, like, plot-wise about. Before I touch my shirt with purple on my fingers, is it dry or not? Radio Dread has the link. Zelda Master says, I'd love to be able to see it at the Sphere, but not for 250. Ooh, I did not know that was that much there. Ugh, that's a lot. No, thank you. I did grab my Mudflap and my Snowdrop photo reference sketches. like the photos of snowdrops I have saved, and I have my sketch here. I just need to draw it big on my tracer so that I can use the carbon paper and trace it onto the other one of these I have. And I'm not sure if you guys would rather see me paint that or go back to painting an actual canvas. I don't know. That one's going to be less shapes. It's because it's this. It's Art Deco with the curly cues on the frame, and then it's going to be flowers. And there's going to be like value and shading. Here's my sketch of this one. So I haven't decided exactly what I want to do yet. Maybe I'll put it aside for a bit and do a painting next week, like a canvas painting. I don't know yet. Not sure exactly what I want to do. Is this song silent? It's just quiet. All right, it's a little sticky down here, but by the time I get down there, it should be fine. This is coat 3, and I think this will be enough. And then we just can do a layer of the shiny on top, the sparkle. And this one is mostly just to even out some of the final, like, streaky transparent spots where we're seeing the gesso layer underneath, which isn't called gesso, it's a bonding primer. Dang it. All right, I feel like this part is good. I'm trying to get up here where I can not have the same glare as down there, so I can see everything better. I'm also painting a very thin layer. This part just doesn't seem to want to cover with paint. Why? More paint. Okay. That feels pretty solid. This is the only frame, I think, that's too close. And then I think I could paint that, let this all dry, and then do just the shimmer layer on top. I have a lot of this purple. I mixed up way too much. So based on what's on that frame, I think I could just make a lighter version of the color that's there. And just paint that frame. And then change this blue one. Maybe that blue one, and then the tiny dot here. I think those are the only ones that are really, really blue and not purple. So let's start with that frame. And it's a little warm. What was I mixing with this? Quinacridone? Yeah. And then white. Yes. So I'm making this dog scene just a little bit more pink, like a warmer purple. And then I'm just going to make it lighter than this color. That looks like that's the same. A little warmer and a little lighter. And if this color is not sitting where the blues are that I need to change also, I'll just make this that color. Or shift as necessary. A little bit lighter, a little bit warmer. That's not different enough. Too dark. Let's try that again. That's better. Now, I think it's too close for this blue dot, and that blue dot is touching the same color, so I can't use it for either of those. Oh, nope, that's shiny. We don't need shiny in this part. I think that's a little too dark. Shoot. Let's leave that alone for now. Just let that dry so I don't mess it up any more than I have. And then we'll move over to this one. And this one should be probably a lighter purple. But it should be cool. I shouldn't use this tiny brush to mix a color. We should do it the proper way. What was I mixing in with this? Phthalo? Sure looks like it. Ah. Happy little accidents. No. Not happy. Wrong. Need to correct. Okay. This one I can use. And this one I probably need to make warm. Yeah. Let's go with that. That's better. I just have to clean up the mess because I did not paint that very well. I kind of did it. Not inside the lines. Hi, you.
Hi, you. How's your Mudflap?
Good, what do you think?
I think it's purple.
Yeah, purple, all right.
You finishing it today?
Oh yeah, I'm almost done.
Oh, good. I just packaged up another painting.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
I need to take this to the post office.
Will you check the box while you're there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
So,
Did you call the dentist?
No.
Call them.
Yeah, I should probably call them.
Yeah, you should.
Okay. Oh, a corn dog.
You can go to cookout?
It's not impossible.
What do you think?
I think it's good.
I think I need more shiny purple on it. Because this is metallic.
Okay.
Because I can do just a clear layer on that, I think. And
It is metallic?
yeah,
No part of it looks metallic to me.
it's metallic. Do you see this shimmer?
Yeah.
That's what's in it. So it's slightly metallic.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to do a metallic layer alone on top of it.
Okay.
And if I hate it, then I'll just do another layer of that purple.
Okay. Vagabond never goes to McDonald's, but made an exception for today.
To get what, Vagabond?
Not a corn dog, unless they have corn dogs and I don't know about it. I don't think they do. They have things I didn't know they had though, because they
McDonald's?
Yeah. They have that thing you like.
Oatmeal?
Oatmeal. So, I did not check food. Oh wait, I did check food. Yeah, I literally saw and read all of this and forgot. Yes, oh, I did see the fancy McDonald's. Yeah, you get like a, whatever they're called. Sandwich but round.
A burger?
No. Breakfast sandwich but round. The one that's not on a biscuit. The McMuffin. Is that what it's called? It's like it's an English muffin, so I think it's called a McMuffin. Yeah.
A McGriddle.
Oh, that one's also pretty round. I know my sandwiches by the radius of the corners. Anyway, all right. Well, I gotta go drop this off.
Call a dentist.
I'll call them on the way.
You should call them ahead of time,
Why?
in case they can only see you now. There's more opportunity to get...
There is no chance they're gonna be like, just stop on in.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, fine. I'll call.
You'll call now.
I'll call now. Alright.
Bye.
Bye.
Where's my scissors? There it is. I gotta cut these two little bristles off. He had a filling the other week, and it's too tall. So they just need to, like, pull it down a little bit with a file. I don't know if I'm liking this. I'm trying not to freak out about it. Yeah, this is not looking good. In fact, it looks really bad. Really bad. I don't like it. Here's the problem. If I stop and then paint over it, you might see this through it. So I need to finish this, even though I'm going to hate it. So I need to make it consistent. There's also like some white chunks that are like drying. Don't know. So bad. That was a mistake. I should have just left it alone. Okay, now we gotta fix it. Me, this will only take like 20 minutes, and then what am I gonna do for the rest of the stream? Don't know. We'll be done early. Alright, we are gonna rotate the palette because it's a little bit emptier over here. See how much of this purple I mixed up though? This is my background color. And then this was the little bit of the Just Shimmer Alone. I believe in you even if it takes time. Well, thank you. We are going to start by taking our background color and putting more shimmer in it. Because I can. But not shimmer alone. That was a mistake. We learned that the hard way. There's a reason I've never used it in an actual painting. It's because I was like, this is a mistake. Don't do that. It will be overwhelming quickly. Don't use it as a wash, mix it in. This is the lesson we've learned today. Keep adding more. I should have started with it and then added purple to it. That was probably the right call. That looks so bad. It's okay, we're gonna fix it. And if this doesn't fix it, then we'll just repaint the original color and it'll be less metallic. And that's fine. Okay. I want a better brush though. What do I have? Nothing I love. Let's try a different thing. Are you a rake? You are. super bright. This is my test. I'm seeing how I feel about the levels of metallic paints in the colors I mixed. This one I think is too transparent. It's just gonna keep messing up and be streaky. Although there was a lot of water in that brush. I shouldn't risk it. We're gonna go with this color. That's fixing it. It looks less bad. I think we learned a very valuable lesson today. Don't mix interference paints or paint them on their own. They don't look good. Purple, 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 purple. I think that's the lesson aggregated molecules learned today, was purple.
They were like, "Can you come in right now?
Mm-hmm.
This second?" And I was like, "It's going to take me like 20, 25 minutes." But yeah, they're like, "Yeah, that'll work. Come in right now." So bye.
Bye, drive safe. Can you teleport? Brr. Sappy, just remind him of that more often. I wanted him to do it as soon as possible because it's been hurting. And it's a Friday, which means that if it continues to hurt, he won't have any thing to get it fixed until next week. All right. I think I've done it. It is purple. I take that back. I don't like this part right here. Do another little bit. Just dry brush a little bit more of the purple on. All right, it is purple. It is done. It is so purple. Now I have all this purple on my palette. I am going to take it off the tape first before I get rid of any of my purple. Because that's just me asking for it to get ruined when I do that. Wash the brush. Clean up the palette knife. All right, let's take it off the tape. Come on. Okay, there's that. There we go. You can see how I taped this now. So it's just a sticky piece here, and then I taped the sticky piece the opposite way. There. I might do just like a little bit of black paint to clean up some of this. But that's it. Oh, you can see the shine now. See how shiny it is? There's a little bit that's gonna probably need to get evened out with the isolation and varnish. But you can see the shimmer a little bit. So this isn't going to be in focus, but you can kind of get a better idea. Oh, it's also not in the light. Of some of the purples on that detail. So that's how it looks. It's very shimmery. And the ice zoom, I can zoom. So you can see the metallic a lot better. So you can see a little bit also where it's inconsistent in finish, but the isolation coat and varnish will even that up. It'll make it all glossy and it will reflect more like glass. So when I'm looking for streaks in the color. And I don't really see a whole lot of them, and that's fine. I'm not concerned about the finish. Like if I catch it in the right light, you can see some parts where it's not reflecting. Like here under my finger. And that's okay. Like I said, the varnish is gonna even all of that part out. Ads just in time for Zoom. I'm sorry, Andream. The subtle color difference in the stamp things, yeah. You can see how like this one is way more pink, and then this one starts to look teal, and this one starts to look just straight up gray, even though it's not. They are all purples. But it turned out very fun. He's going to love it. One of our other friends found some bar tape to go on the drop handlebars, the big curly handlebars, and it's locally dyed. Someone makes it and then dyes it all fancy colors. And they did one in purple. And so another friend actually bought that for him, and he wrapped his bars with a new bar tape. I can't set this anywhere safe. You're just gonna have to rest here for now while I get rid of all of this extra metallic paint. This is the most paint I've had in a while to add to the paint sheet. So I have the thing I used to set on top of the purple. I'm gonna make sure I just get all of that onto a paint sheet. And then we're just gonna use the palette knife and put all of the extra purple on it. There's so much. I mixed up so much purple. It's fine. We learned a lesson. So I have all this purple on the paint sheet. And normally I don't get this much, so it's kind of nice to be able to fill in a bunch of the low areas and make it flatter. I'm also trying to keep it from curling so I can push a bunch of this into these lower areas over here. Someday, maybe I'll do something with this, or maybe someone I know does like Fordite jewelry or something, or what's the other name of it? The auto paint jewelry. Maybe I'll meet someone who does that and they can use this and make me something, or we can like collab on it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this yet. I did cut a chunk off of it once and it was really neat. There's all our purple on our paint sheet to dry. Renee says, it looks so cool. Everyone's gonna want an original MalMakes on their bike. Yeah, I'm already getting questions about that. I have other paintings to do that aren't these. I did think about entering my Snowdrop one in the next bike art show. Apparently that's gonna be happening. So that I continue to make paintings for you guys and the paintings that I'm normally wanting to do. This was special. This was a gift for someone. But I don't want to keep doing that on stream. So. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna show it again and do a zoom in again because I know a few people got ads. We're gonna talk about things that are coming up. It is Friday. Tonight on Steven's channel, we are playing something new because we finished Mario Odyssey. We're playing Little Kitty Big City. And I got to see some of the alerts Chaz is working on. I'm very excited for them. There are special Little Kitty Big City alerts. And I'm very much looking forward to them. I should get this off my hands while I'm talking. Trust Chaz to make good kitty alerts, right? Slick Duke says, I know nothing about the game, but I'm excited. I know there's a kitty, and I know it's in the city. And I've seen the box art. So I'm right there with you. Wholesome stray? Okay. Well, then I'm much more excited about it. What are their sizes? Little and big. You know how some people have like baby blankets they carry around everywhere, like Linus from Peanuts does? And some people have stuffed animals? I had a stuffed animal, and mine was a cat. And he's actually named Little Kitty. One of my aunts called him Maynard, but like he was always Little Kitty for me. And he's in incredibly rough shape. It's his game. And no, it's not one of my marble cats. This is a different one. He lays on his side, so like he doesn't actually have back legs. He has front legs and a tail, but he has kind of like this nub for like a thigh on a cat. He's not meant to like have like 4 legs and like when you play with him walk around. Yeah, he's kind of a mermaid. Seal cat hybrid. Yeah. Alright, I got all the purple off my hands. Steven, is it called hail when it's not rain, but the snowflakes are spheres and bounce? No, Steven, it's not hail. That's sleet. And you need to be careful driving now that you are out. Stop text. I don't think he's texting and driving. That is not something Steven would do. My assumption is he's already at the dentist and is wondering this. Steven is not one to ever do something like that. He is a very safe, good driver. There is a sleet load of sleet. Okay. That is concerning, given that you have to drive back. But it's not like I can come get you. We have one car. Alright, let's show this off again. Oh, I wasn't finished talking about what we're doing. Little Kitty Big City tonight. Monday night, I believe I'm finishing Ghost Trick. I think. I'm told there's like one more chapter. So I think I can finish it. Sakura Celica says yes. Kita says yes. Vagabond says Ghost Trick finale, yes. Okay, so Monday night will be Ghost Trick finale. Alright, bye Steven, be safe. Love you, bye. Next Friday. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll look through some of my new Japan photos and see if there's something I want to paint. I don't know what I'm gonna do next Friday. Something. I can't do my nails because I need to take this polish off and I need to trim them very short. Because I know I already spilled that news. I get to see Jordan for Christmas. And Jordan's a year old and I don't want to accidentally scratch her or the polish to chip off. And like, I know Halotako is safe. What's it called? There's like a term with polish and like cosmetics. Someone in chat knows. It's, yeah, non-toxic, 10 free. Thank you, Kita. It's 10 free, which is like free of like the 10 major beauty product chemicals, but still I would like to remove all my polish before I see her. So I won't be doing my nails next week. If baby decides she needs to like stick my fingers in her mouth, I want to make sure everything is fine. So I'll take off my polish and I'll trim my nails down before that. So I can't do my nails next week. I don't know what I'm gonna do next Friday yet. We'll figure that out. It'll be something. I'll be streaming for sure. You can stick your fingers in her mouth. Nah. So cute. I FaceTimed her on her birthday. Via Carly, of course, because she's 1. And the springs that people have behind their doors to like stop the door, you can like, you know, hit them and they go dong, and they like vibrate and make a noise. She was just sitting on the floor playing with that over and over. And then Carly's like, wave at her. So I was waving at her and she started waving back. I said, Carly, you need to get her a giant spring toy that makes the noise like that. She would love that. Renee says, I wish my kids were still amused by that. They got expensive. I'm just waiting for like when she wants Lego sets and the Nintendo Switch 8 or whatever. So I'm super excited to see her. Carly sent photos from her birthday party, and she's dressed up a little bit like Kirsten from Kirsten's birthday book for American Girl doll. Like, she has this little pink outfit dress on with a pinafore. She's so cute. Make her a gamer. Kyle is her dad. Kyle just sent me an Expedition 33 12 Days of Christmas song. So I don't think I have to fear that. I think she's just going to be a gamer regardless. Baby clothes are adorable. That is what I got her for Christmas. I asked Carly what she needed, and she said onesies, long sleeve onesies. So I got her a bunch of long sleeve onesies. They're supposed to be here today, actually. And then I ordered whatever laundry soap Carly wants, and then I need to wash them so she can wear them. And I got her a holiday outfit. It has a snowflake on it. She's gonna be so cute. Alright, tune in tonight for Little Kitty Big City. Soon I will have the Camera Obscura painting up. I need to get that to Dan today. That's on my list of things to do. And I hope you all stay warm. Yes, we did beans. Especially if Raleigh's getting sleet today. So, have a good Friday, everyone. Hope to see you tonight, and then Monday night for the Ghost Trick finale.